Hello everyone. So in this video I am going to show you new features of BAW version 20. So first of all I will hit this URL demo. You can see after the slash, after the port number, so workflow center. So this is a new URL. Okay, so as you know, the BAW is a combination of some different tools provided by IBM. So you can have the case manager, you can have ODM, you can have navigator access from one portal itself. So let me open it. So I have entered username and password. Just click on login and you can see this main screen. So you can see the case solutions is here and process apps is here. So case solution is for uh, you can use it for case manager, and like that if you have installed ODM you can see here, and navigator you can see in this portal only. So basically this portal got consolidated uh, from the BAW suite. This is the option we are having extra. Otherwise we can directly go for the process center URL, or we can use this. If we click on view all, we will get the list. If we click on create, then we will be creating a new process. Now clicking on this icon, let's see what happens. So we have two different views basically, and this one is saying classic workflow center and this is classic case builder. So those who are familiar with the classic software of case builder, so they can go directly from clicking here, and those who are familiar with the classic BPM development, they can directly go from this icon. Okay, and let's see what other features we have here. Okay, so we have process apps, toolkits, case solution, and servers are there. Okay, so let me open process center. So now you can see the version BAW 20, and this desktop process designer got deprecated after 8.5.7, and this page will be familiar to you because I don't think there is a change here in this page, and this is also same, and we have server, we have admin. Okay, fine. So let's open one sample app. So these are all the apps which are provided by default. Okay, so we have 7 process apps, and let's open the first one. Okay, so we got by default one BPD as well, replenishment BPD. Okay, so you can see we have 2 lanes here and user activity, and let's see the CSS. So we will go to implementation, click on the CSS name, and we will have our coach. Okay, so in 2-3 previous versions, the palette from where we can select the artifacts, it was not here. We had the option of plus button on uh, every time we put every time we hover the mouse on any artifact, we will get a plus symbol. But as you can see here in this version, we got our palette back, but in I think it's a much better UI than the previous version who were having this palette on the right hand side, and we can collapse this left hand side panel. Okay, and Okay, so we cannot resize this palette, and we have the different artifacts which we can drag and drop and use them. So we have UI toolkit. So earlier this was Spark UI toolkit. So it got renamed after 8.6, and let's see what else we have. Okay, so I don't think there will be much change in the basic artifacts like buttons and text boxes. So maybe there are some new artifacts which you will have to go through and see. I guess this variant is new. So let's see what it says. Allows user. Okay, so we have to scroll little bit. Okay, so allows users to represent multiple views such as plain text, masked text, single select date, decimal, integer. Because variant represents multiple views, binding each view to their own variable is not necessary. So basically, suppose that you have a requirement to dynamically change the type of artifact based on some conditions. So I think you can use this. So you can go through all of this, and you can see the new things here. And okay, so for suppose that you want to run this CSHS, or let's say we will run this BPD. Okay, so I will click on run button here, and as soon as I click on run button, you can see the inspector, it got highlighted, and the inspector will come here. So you can see the instance ID is 3, procurement sample, and we got the task. You can run the task in debug mode as well. So we have inspector here. We can use the evaluator here for executing some scripts if you want. We have the variable here. We can change the value, and I think that is all for the inspector. Now we can open the actual process inspector standalone URL for the process inspector. So you can see here this view is quite the same, and here also you can see all the things are similar from like the previous versions. So this task ID started to come after 8.5.7. So from 8.6 version, this task IDs are available in process inspector also, and so there is no change here. Let's see the process admin. So in the process admin, we have these features available: workflow admin, manage caches, we have profile cache, group cache, runtime TW, class cache, we have task cleanup, so there are different options available. We have health management. So these are all the options available for health management perspective. Let's go to user management. So I think user management is same, all the options are already there in previous versions. Monitoring. Okay, so this monitoring comes with the BAW. You can see you can monitor different properties of IBM BPM. You can see here BPD instances failed, BPD instances resumed. So these are all coming under instrumentation monitoring, and we have process monitor here. Let's see. So it will give you various deep details like which are the various expensive process steps. So it will do that calculation as well, and it will show you the total time. Based on that, it is doing this calculation. And we have event manager. So again, this monitor is there. So these are all options already available in previous as well. We have admin tools, or it is also was there, and these options are also there. Okay, now process inspector we already seen. Installed apps we can see here. If this is a development environment, so if we do active any snapshot, it will be shown here. And system maintenance status. So here you can see number of snapshots 18, maximum allowed 500. So you can increase this in server XML files if you want to increase this. So in development server it came with default value of 500, and unnamed snapshots are 17. So maximum are allowed 10,000. So unnamed snapshots are suppose that you are writing some code, or you are doing some editing in any process app, and you click on Control S, or you click on the save icon. So it creates unnamed snapshot. Each and every time you click on save button, uh, or you click Control S, then it creates unnamed snapshots. So this is also the part of cleanup. If your development system gets slow, then you have to take necessary backup and just clean the unnamed snapshots. And we have task instances. So there is only one task instance available, and maximum allowed is this. So I think that's it for process admin. Now let's open process portal. So we have this task which we started earlier, and we can claim the tasks. So this option is also like the old one. Okay, we have this by default UI, and this is also feature also available in previous versions. Let's see what we have here. Okay, okay, so I think these options are also like previous ones, so we do not have any change here. We can start the activity by clicking on this process as well. So you can see the task came into my work, and I think that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe my YouTube channel.